Hi everyone, welcome to another sewing tutorial on Jowins fashion Ville. In today's video guys, we'll be learning how to make this beautiful kaftan with knit finishing on the inside and on the outside part of it. As you can see guys, you can see how beautiful it's looking already. So guys, if you're yet to subscribe, please kindly do so and hit on the notification bell to get notified whenever I upload a new video. So guys, let's get started. So on my work table, I have this piece of fabric folded into four. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I did was to just place my fabric on fold like this. This is the first fold and then another fold. Okay, so just the extra. So I'm going to cut this out. I won't be making use of it. So I was just trying to let you guys how I achieved the fold on my work table. So fold and then refold again. So I'm trimming out the excess. I won't be needing this for this illustration. Okay, so I'll just take this off. Okay, so I'll go ahead and draw a guideline. Okay, so this guideline will be acting as the shoulder line. Okay, so you go ahead and establish a guideline of your choice. It could be coming down by 1 inch or coming down by 2 inch. Just ensure that it's a straight line. Okay, a very straight line. Okay, so the guideline is my shoulder line. Okay, so from the shoulder line, I'll simply go ahead and place my waist measurement, which is 16 inches. Okay, you can go ahead and add half an inch, making it 16.5 for seam allowance on the neckline. Very important. And then I'll simply go ahead and draw a straight line. Okay, if you have a ruler, you can use your pattern master as well. Just use a straight ruler to draw a straight line. Okay, that's all. And then I'll simply go ahead and establish the length of the kaftan. So you choose whatever length you want. If you want it to be knee length, it's okay. If you want it to be down to your foot length, it's okay. Okay, so I think this is about my knee length. Okay, so this is an illustration, so you can go ahead and take the measurement of your choice, but this illustration will cover both for the long and the short kaftan. Okay, so the next thing I'll go ahead and take note of, I'll simply go ahead and measure the length of the kaftan, that is the width, the shoulder measurement, which is from my center front to the arm. Okay, more like it's a cut together shift top. So from the center, your center front, which is your center neck measurement, to where you want your kaftan to stop on your arm. Okay, so for me, I have like 16 to 17 inches precisely. So I went ahead and extended that measurement down to the waistline and the full length of the kaftan. So I'll go ahead and draw a straight line linking this up from this point to this point, and then from the waistline I'll go ahead and create a curve downwards, but I used my pattern master to extend it midpoint, and then I'll create a curve like this. So it depends on the type of kaftan you're trying to create. It could be straight down, but because of what we have on the thumbnail, I'll go ahead and establish a straight curve. Okay, so the next thing I will do is to place my neck measurement. Okay, so I went up by 3 inches, and then I also came down by 1 inch there for the shoulder slant, and then I'll link this up to the neckline. I hope we all know how to establish a shoulder slant. Okay, you know it's not a straight shoulder, so this is a shoulder slant, linking it up to the neck width. Okay, so have in mind that my neck width is 4 inches and the neck depth is what? 1.5 inches for the back. Okay, so this is the back. Have in mind that this is the back. The 1.5 inches is for the back, so I established the back first. And since we have our fabric on fold, I'm cutting the front and the back together, so I'm going to be making use of I'll be cutting out the neck width for the neck measurement for the back first. Okay, so I'll simply go ahead and cut out the pattern I drafted on my fabric, as you can see me doing. Okay, so it's very easy. In fact, this is one of the simplest dress to make for any beginner. Okay, so this is it. This is what we have. So I'll simply open this up. You can see how neat it's looking, and then I'll lift one fabric out. So the one I lifted out is the back. Okay, so I'll simply go ahead and redraft the front neckline of my choice. So I'll go ahead and draft any neckline of your choice, but for me I'll be doing a v-neck for this illustration. Okay, so since I've removed 1.5 inches, I'll go ahead and come down for the neckline here by 7 inches. Okay, and then with the same neck width, which is 4 inches, I'll just simply link this up. Okay, and so we have our front neckline, so easy to achieve. Okay, so I'll go ahead and cut this out. I'm trying to place this in a comfortable position for me to draft. So I'll just cut out the front neckline, and yes, we'll have a front pattern and the back pattern. So easy to achieve, guys. So this is what we have. This is the front, and then this is the back. Okay, guys, so the next thing I'll do is to draft a facing for this. Okay, so I'll go ahead and place my piece of fabric. I'll be using this doll face satin for the facing. You can still use the main fabric if you so wish. Okay, so I'll just place my pattern on it to draft out the neckline. Okay, so I'm trying to place it properly. Okay, you can go ahead and secure it with a pin so that you can stabilize it. Okay, so I'll go ahead and draft my neckline on my facing. Okay, not covering the entire length of the sleeve, just a little portion of it. You can see what I did there. So I'll just go ahead and cut this out like so. Just watch me. This is so easy to achieve. So just like I did for the front facing, I'll go ahead and cut the back facing with the same process. Okay, guys, so this is the front facing for this tutorial, and then I'll go ahead and draft the back. This is the back, so easy to achieve. Then I'll simply go ahead and cut this out, guys. Okay, so guys, we have the front facing and then we have the back facing on for this particular dress. Okay, so guys, we're good here. This is for the back. Okay, so this is the back neckline, and then you can see that it's matching properly. Okay, you can see that it's matching properly. So guys, I'll take this to my sewing machine. I'll place it on the front side of it. You can see that it's right sides facing each other. So I'll use a double fold to conceal to cover the rough edges of the facing. You can use an overlocker, it's okay, or you could just use a double fold to save time. So use a double fold to cover it up, and then take it to my sewing machine. I'll run a stitch on the neckline, and then I'll flip it backwards. Don't forget to notch after stitching. Okay, just right sides facing each other, you run your stitch and then you flip it. So I'll do the same for the front as well. This is the front. This is the front part of this dress, this kaftan, and this is the facing for the front. Just like I did for the back, I'll use a double fold to conceal the rough edges, and then I'll just run a stitch this way, right sides facing each other. You notch it neatly so that it will relax. Okay, don't sew that part, please, guys. Just the neckline, focus on the neckline. Okay, and then I would use a double fold for the rough edges, just like I mentioned earlier. Okay, so I'm going to be stitching this off camera, but I just needed to be sure that the explanation is very clear for us to understand. Okay, guys, so I'll just take this. After stitching, I'll flip it backwards. Okay, so guys, as you can see, I've attached the facing. Okay, I've attached the facing, and you can see that I actually notched it. For those of us, this is what we have here, so you can see that I notched it. Okay, so that the seam can relax properly. So I'm here to give it a good press. By the time I give this a good press, you see that it will give me what I want. So for those who don't know how to notch, I've heard some people send me some messages that they don't have an idea of how to notch. So this is just how to notch. Just gently make sure you don't cut into the seam line. Just gently just notch this gradually, okay, so that it can relax properly. Okay, you can see, so this kind of helps the neckline to relax neatly, so that it's not bulgy at the neckline. Okay, so by the time you give it a good press, you get what you want. Okay, so please use a steam iron when you're relaxing your seams. Okay, it just helps you achieve, or helps you to get good results. Okay, if you don't have a steam iron, just sprinkle water. Okay guys, so the next thing for me to do is to place this fabric right sides facing each other. So I'm going to be joining the facing separately from the main fabric. You can go ahead and join the facing, the shoulder to shoulder, attaching the facing together, but I prefer to close up the facing separately and join the shoulders separately. Okay, so I'll join the shoulders separately and close up the facing separately, the shoulder of the facing separately. I don't even know if you understand. So you can see what I was trying to explain to you. Okay, so I closed up the shoulder of the facing separately, and then the shoulder of the main fabric separately. You can see it. Okay, so it's really clear here for us to see. So guys, as you can see, this is what we have. Okay, and you can see how neat it's looking already. Please guys, it's so easy, and if there's any part that you don't understand, please just let me know in the comment section. I'll answer your questions. Okay guys, so if you have watched to this point and you've learned something so useful, please guys, don't forget to support me by hitting on the like button. Okay, let me know that you like or you enjoy the tutorial. Okay, so, and if you don't, please, if there's anything you feel that you don't get clear or you don't understand, please let me know in the comment section. Okay, so guys, this is where we are. You can see how it's looking already. Okay, so I'll simply go ahead and take a measurement of the round part of this dress. I did not cover it with a double fold because I knew I'll be attaching a band round this part. If you look at the thumbnail, you see that there's a band at the edge of the kaftan. It's not necessary, it's just the illustration on the thumbnail. Okay, you can go ahead and close up this side if you wish, but on the thumbnail you can see that there's a band attached to the kaftan, or the BUBU kaftan. So this is the band I drafted for it, and the kaftan was measured, gave me a total measurement of 181 inches. So this is the length, okay, the total length of the kaftan. So precisely I got that measurement and I added half an inch on both ends. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just place this right sides facing each other to be able to close the end of this band with the additional half an inch that I added to it. Okay, so I'll just close this up. I opened up the band, placed it right sides facing each other. As you can see me, I will just close it up like this. Okay guys, it's very easy and not difficult, please. Okay, so this is what we have. So I'll go ahead and open up that the seam line, give it a good press so that it can relax properly, and then I'll go ahead and place my band on fold, and then I'll top stitch it. Okay, so what I simply did first was to close up the end with half an inch, the edges of the band with half an inch, additional half an inch that I added, right sides facing each other, and then I top stitched it. Okay, it's so easy, not difficult, please. So I can now go ahead and attach the band. Okay, so I'll just simply go ahead and attach the band at the edge of the kaftan. So you can see the seam line. I've relaxed my seam. I gave it a good press. If you look at the inner part of this, you can see that I relaxed my seam, the shoulder seam, I meant to say, so that we can actually know what I'm trying to say. And then I use the hemming gum to join the facing so that the facing can relax. You can see that the facing is relaxed now. So I use the hemming gum. I placed hemming gum underneath it, and then I used the steam iron to relax it so that it can relax. We won't be having our facing flipping up and down. Okay, so you can see the hemming gum on my working table. So I just cut it into bits. I placed it on there, and then I used the iron to relax it. You can go ahead, and if you don't have a hemming gum, you can just tack it, but the tacking may not give you this neat finishing as the hemming gum. The hemming gum made it look so neat for me. Okay, so I think I'm very much comfortable using the hemming gum for this illustration. From some tutorials, I may use a tack. Okay, so I went ahead and placed my band on fold to get the center point of this band. Okay, so this is the center point for me. Okay, so I'll simply go ahead and place this on the center neckline. So I'll just trace the center point. You can go ahead and start from your shoulder line, shoulder seam. Okay, but I'll be using the center point here. So I'll just attach it neatly like so. I will just place it on the center part, which is my center front. My center front is the center front for my neckline, and then I'll just stitch it round. I'll stitch it round. You can see that I stitched it round, and then I used a steam iron to relax it. You can see it's a little bit wet. Okay, so after stitching it round, that's why it's good for you to take proper measurements so that you don't have any form of shortage and it will alter your project. So you can see that I relaxed my seam. You can see that the kaftan is a bit wet. Don't mind me. I was trying to ensure that I round up this tutorial. Okay, so you can see that it's looking good already. So we're almost at the end of the tutorial. This is the finishing part for me, which is just to close up the side. So this is a kaftan, and won't be closing it up right sides facing each other. I'll be closing up the side with a top stitch. But what I'll virtually do is to place my armhole measurement first. So this is my armhole measurement 9. So you can go ahead and do 10 inches depending on your armhole. 10 inches, 11 inches, depending on whatever measurement you want to place, or depending on whatever style you want to create. So I'm going to mark my armhole measurement there, which is 9 inches, and from that point I'll go in by 3.5 inches. It's not a standard. Please, you can choose to go in by 4 inches or 2 inches or 1.5 inches depending on what you want. And then from that point I'll top stitch down to the end. Okay, so I'll do the same thing on both sides. So by the time I flip it open, you can see what I have. Okay, I just top stitch it down to the end of the fabric, not to where you have your band, just top stitch down to a reasonable point. So this is the part, the end of this tutorial, top stitching both ends. Okay, so guys, you can see how beautiful our kaftan is. If you find this tutorial so helpful, don't forget to subscribe, guys. Subscribe to my channel and watch out for more interesting tutorial from Jowins Fashion Ville. This is just a stepping stone, but yet to give you the best from all our tutorials. Okay, so guys, keep watching and keep being a part of our channel. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you guys.